Good morning, everybody. This morning we have a fun review for you. Another song review from one of my favorite Disney movies, or actually my favorite version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, um, the 1954 Disney version with Kirk Douglas, Paul Lucas, Peter Lorre, and James Mason. Um, Now, as is Disney's tradition, they um, there is a there is a song in in this movie called "A Whale of a Tale" that was written for the movie and sung by non-singer but amateur guitar player Kirk Douglas. Um, as I said, this is a song that was written for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which, by the way, came out in 1954. The movie came out in 1954 and was Disney's first American live-action feature. Although they had done some live action over in England, but this was the company's first uh, American live action release, um, and it nearly caused the studio to shut down because of the exorbitant expense of shooting underwater, and they had to build special camera equipment to be able to shoot underwater, and they had some casting issues, um, um, but as I said, this is one of my all-time favorite Disney songs. This one, and A British Bank from Mary Poppins, which we discussed in a previous review. As I also said, Kirk Douglas was an amateur guitar player, but this is the first time that he had actually sung on camera, and the guitar moves, the little choreography that you see him do with the guitar, where he throws it and brings it back to his chest in the movie. He actually came up with that, I believe, and actually you could call him the first guitar showman. Yeah. And actually, this song became somewhat of a hit. And actually, in a interview supplement on the DVD, Kirk Douglas, who coincidentally died just a couple years ago at over 100 years old, he said that this A Whale of a Tale was his first and only hit song. And every time I hear it, I end up singing along with it because I love this number. And I went so far as to put it on my Spotify list, which I have a list of, you know, almost 700 songs. 700 songs and pieces and stuff that are my favorites. And he sings it in he sings it or whistles it at various points in the movie. The only two times he actually sings it are at the very beginning of the movie where he's fighting or he's singing it with the sailors and playing the guitar, reprises it or sings it in kind of a slightly reworked version towards the end of the movie when they are imprisoned on the Nautilus by Captain Nemo. He alters the lyrics to fit their situation and sings it while he's drunk, while he's inebriated with Captain Nemo's pet seal, Esmeralda. He actually plays it on a homemade ukulele that he fashioned in the movie. But this is not the first. 1954's version of 20,000 Leagues was not the first time it had been filmed or it had been made into a movie. And actually, I believe, if I remember right, I saw the silent version of the movie, which I don't remember when it came out, sometime in the 20s. But Disney actually filmed in some of the same locations that were used for the silent version of 20,000 Leagues. And Disney's initial plan was to make it as an animated feature, but then he, meaning Walt, decided to convert it into a live action feature, and I think it works best as a live action feature. And and it is one of Disney's best movies, one of Disney's greatest all-time movies, in my opinion, along with Peter Pan and some others. Unfortunately, I think A Whale of a Tale is hard to find on CD. I would love to be able to find it, but I think it is somewhat difficult to find, and so. But I hope you enjoy. I hope you get a chance to check this song out, and I think it would be a good movie to start like a 12-year-old out on, which is a good movie, a good Disney movie to introduce like to teenagers that are seeing Disney movies for the first time. And 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea has been remade several times, but I think this is the best version of it. And there are some other musical pieces. There is one more classical piece in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which we will be discussing in a later video that James Mason plays on the organ, but I have to hunt up which I think it's a Beethoven piece, but I have to hunt up which Beethoven piece it is, and then we will be covering that. Coming up next in our song reviews, we have our song review of one of two songs from my favorite Broadway musical of all time, Mame. Uh, we will be reviewing two songs from the 1974 Lucille Ball version. The first song that we will be reviewing is a song called "Open a New Window" or "Open a New Door." And then around Christmas time, we will be reviewing a song called "We Need a Little Christmas Now." So, um, anyway, I give A Whale of a Tale about 5 stars, and I hope you enjoy the movie and the song.